Party all night is the best, best friend weekend. We can party all night is the best friend weekend. We can party all night. Shout out the whole podcast crew. Everybody already know what it do. When you really gotta kill it, ain't nobody gonna feel it. When you really gotta tell them it's my crew, it's best friend weekend. We can party all night. We got Ross moving, Los, Rumble, Aldo NICE is the uncle.
I'm a frequent flyer, and for work, I tend to travel a lot with my job. Travel all the time for my job. So I'm in and out of airports. In my most recent time in the airport, it didn't let me down. I seen a lot of nut shit. Always see a lot of nut shit. Boys smuggled alcohol in from the goddamn outer world. I also witnessed a lot of preteens with some goddamn MAGA shit. Nut shit. Like, I don't even know what they know about that. I also seen boys Usain bolting down the terminal. You know, I've been there before. But to this time, it was my amusement. And with all that being said, this brings me to my next point. The nuttiest shit I've seen in my most recent trip in the airport is them little babies on leashes. I just think that's just the most wildest shit. And that's just beyond me. And if the Lord ever blessed me to have a little L3, that little boy is not going to be in no baby leash. And if my old lady would ever try to put my child in the leash, she might be getting canceled.
I say, whoa, welcome to the Best Friend Weekend Podcast. It's your man Aldo NICE.
Wow, it's your boy Los, a.k.a. C.A.P.
Yeah, man, one time, this podcast is brought to you by Raj Smooth.
Shout out Raj Smooth.
You know,
man.
Raj out there dealing with some stuff today, so we couldn't get him on.
Yeah.
Ain't his fault. He promised to have better attendance, and if he could, he would have been here today, but you know, we're going to keep the party going for him. So Rumble brings up a very good point. But I'm gonna say this. I definitely was on a baby leash when I was a little boy.
You was on a baby leash?
Absolutely. My mama had the one, and if you're an 80s baby, especially like before, like 85, 86, this is one of my most formative memories of being a little boy. Like it was like kind of one of those little hooks. It's like a little hook that they used to use, and all you have to do is like kind of pull the little button down, and it'll open. It's like a plastic little hook, and she used to put it on her belt, and then they had one on my belt, and in between it looked like a phone cord, like, you know, an old rotary phone with the little twisting spring looking cord. It was that. It was that, and they sold them for kids, so parents would be able to be attached to their kids, so you don't get your ass too far. Look.
Oh, nah.
I feel differently than Ron.
I was never on a leash like that. I ain't never had them kind of problems. But I've definitely seen kids on those leashes, and I always wondered, what in the hell are the parents thinking? I guess, I don't think it's for, I think it's for bad kids now. Like, say you can't control your child, and they just be all over the place. I think that's why they getting them leashes now. You know what I'm saying? Kid be running all over the place. You be in the grocery store.
Oh, you think it's for bad cheering or lazy parents? Maybe the parent just like, I don't want to run after this little nigga. I'm 38 years old.
Well, don't nobody want to run after their child. Like, I shouldn't have to run. I never had to run after my kid. Be like, hey man, come here. My kid's gonna bounce around, but I should be able to tell you as a parent, hey man, come here, and you should get your ass here. Like, I don't need a leash for my child, bro. Come here.
I was a leash dad. Man, please respond. Tell us if you was on a leash as a child or was I the only one? Because I know I wasn't the only one. I mean, that leash.
You had to be the only one.
But I think that as a grown up, it served me well. Because if you think about it, they got certain dudes who, like, as grown men, play their women real close and just be like, gotta keep them all up under them and everything like that. You know me?
Yeah.
I always kept them on a leash, man. You could go roam as long as you, like, you could go as far as you want, but guess what? You still attached to daddy. You always
gonna come back.
You gonna come back to daddy.
I hit that button on you. Unless, stop.
Now if I take that button off and let you go on about your business, then you go. But the button is on my belt buckle. You feel me? So my mama instilled certain things in me that allowed me to be the man like such as myself that, you know, I got positive characteristics
to make yourself feel better.
Now, he was talking about that nut shit that them folks do in the airport. It got me thinking about, what's your boy name we was talking about last week? Jason, Campbell. That's right. Dude off of
I think so.
Off The Shy.
Shy, yeah.
You saw the video when he was in the airport a while back, wilding on the airplane?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the same kind of thing to me. That's kind of like that. I feel like that is born from the number one, like, nut thing that our fairer-skinned brothers do way more than us. They be adamant about getting on the plane. Now, we didn't talk about this on the podcast before. Like, if you're on the Southwest, and it's like, you're on it, but you got a number, but they'll be hiding their little ticket and go and sit at like B6 when they really B16. They just be trying to get on the plane quick. My thing is, on that Jason Campbell situation, I'm sure the white dude ran on the plane, even knowing that he had his seat already done. So then when he got on the plane and then was like, oh shit, old boy in my seat, it was like, that became the issue. But if it was, that's never gonna happen to a white boy because, he gonna run on the thing.
Like, I ain't gonna lie, like a lady,
Jason Mitchell, not Jason Campbell. I was off. Yeah.
Coming from Best Friend Weekend, I was all hungover and tired as hell because we did not really sleep that much, and when we did was just from passing out. But the lady was like, she was boarding. I think she was the boarding 4. She had the 4 people to board, the 4th group. Mm-hmm. And she was in there with 1, and lady had to keep, like, she got in there with 1, 2, 3.
Stop it.
And then for the lady had to keep telling her, ma'am, you don't board yet. And she was not understanding why she just couldn't go on, because I was the first one at the gate. Why can't I board? I should go first. Like, ma'am, listen. The first time she was very patient with her. But then by the time she came for 3, the lady was like, ma'am, you might not make this plane. Like, she refused to go sit her ass down somewhere.
I like DC employees. I think everybody in DC go hard at their job, and they mostly black people.
Shout out.
And they been like,
shout
out. They was doing
Chocolate City.
Yeah, it's a good city. I had a great time there, man.
I had a wonderful time out there. If you missed it, I hate it for you, bro. I don't know what you was doing.
Yeah,
but I hope it wasn't as much fun as we was having, bro.
You wasn't there. So when people were sending us messages throughout the time we was there, like, oh yeah, man, what y'all boys getting into? I just was responding like, you wasn't there. Like, you wasn't there, dog. You wasn't there, so it's fine. Yeah. Like, it's fine. It was cool.
Somebody told me, like, man, I was looking at y'all videos, man. I was so mad. I was like, you should have been. Honestly, you deserve to be mad because you had a chance to come. You definitely should be mad at yourself.
I didn't post a bunch of stuff, but like
I did.
It was good times. It was good times surrounded by a bunch of other BS. So let me just say this: what burns my boudin right off the top. I'm not going to get into the whole story. Okay. We're going to have a separate podcast coming very soon where we're going to really tell y'all a whole story that's going to be painful to listen to. Mm-hmm. It was a hurtful experience. And we really want the people who inflicted that hurt upon us to be held accountable publicly. Yeah. If Airbnb doesn't hold them accountable hold them accountable financially and through their continued relationship with the people who rented that house, then we're definitely gonna do our due diligence to air them out. Mm-hmm. We're gonna we got videos, we got audio, we got text messages, we got messages in the app, and we're gonna air some people out. So just be ready for another episode of Best Friend Weekend podcast.
I think the whole experience, I missed one part of it, but I caught a few parts of the experience. I think the whole it put a lot of things in perspective. No matter how hard you work, and what you try to be in society, at the end of the day, it really don't matter, bro. To some point, to some people, they don't give a fuck. All they see is one thing, and you know what I mean.
This podcast and this weekend was brought to you by CNH because
shout out CNH.
Like my favorite white dude on earth.
On earth, by far.
Like
by far.
The way he was handling himself in this situation and standing up for his friends, man, it was an unparalleled kind of just vibe going on. So but we're not gonna tell you too much about the story because I don't want to talk about it in this podcast because we kind of talked about this while we were out there. We dropped the Calm, which was the one that was us right before. This one's gonna be called the Storm. Like we're talking about like some of the funny things that went on during the weekend and just kind of things that have been happening throughout the last week. We're gonna get into just our regular stories. And then the aftermath. But the aftermath is gonna be Airbnb and Wild Black. And all three of those are gonna be 1, 2, 3. So all wrapped around this Best Fan Weekend phase 3. So I'm just gonna put a pin in it.
That's our rollout.
Right,
we got rollouts, boy.
That's it. That's how it's coming. So just be on the lookout for that. Cool. Be on the edge of your seat because it's gonna be a very detailed account of an extreme level of racism that we were subjected to. Some of the main people who were there are gonna have some testimonies. It's different and you know that's all I got for you. Another thing that burns my boudin this week is being told how to dress by someone who can't dress. So as we were preparing to start the podcast today, I received a call. And this podcast is brought to you by Dre Hype.
Shout out, Dre.
Los Angeles, California, who has been on the podcast on numerous occasions.
Yeah.
I'm not saying your boy can't dress. Dre can dress. And for Cali people, he's probably got some Cali swag. You're not fucking with Aldo NICE. And I don't even mean that as like a personal assault on my man's Dre. Yeah. What I mean is not too many people fucking with Aldo NICE. On that closet game, stupid. Like I don't even have room in my closet. That Taylor game nice. With my sewing machine, stupid. Why you think they call me Aldo NICE? They could have called me Aldo regular. They could have called me Aldo right off the rack. But no. Taylor gang, buddy. Like I just want you to know that. So this is what we got into. He's throwing an event. And we all bought suits for this event.
Y'all dressing like y'all gonna be Jodeci?
Hey, your man's told me since he's the center of attention.
Yeah. That
I should not. He was like, you could tailor your pants, but just don't show your ankles. And I said, and I asked him, did you tell that to everybody or just me? And he said, just you, because I mean, I thought you might be the only one who would like show their ankles. I.e., he's admitting that you're the only one who kind of like got some GQ model-esque.
He just saying everybody's gonna get their suit, wear it regular. I know you gonna come with some extras trying to be the center of attention. That's all he's saying.
I know that's what he's saying. But there's a way to say that. There's a way to say anything.
How he should just say it straight up like that. That's what I was
He
saying.
could have been like, hey, my man's Al, look. Relax. Just kind of keep everything, we're gonna keep everything uniform with this. I mean, I want to be that guy. So I mean, I'm cool with that. Just kind of make sure that, we all wearing the same socks. You know what I mean? Yeah. You don't have to say don't show your ankles. You can say we're wearing the same socks.
So you was offended then.
Pulled up. That's all he had to say.
So you was offended. You should have took it as a compliment, man. You had to be offended by that.
He gonna put on a button down shirt with a white t-shirt under it, on 3 buttons unbuttoned so you can see the white t-shirt. Nah, Dre. Nah.
Dre Hyde. Shout out Dre Hyde. I'm
coming at your swag. Nah. Because I told him I was gonna air him out and he said don't do it. Nah, player. Yeah. If you can't air out your friends, then who else you gonna air out, man? We're gonna air out they're not really your friends. They're not really your friends. If you can't talk about your friends, they're not really your friends. Yeah. I mean, but it reminds me of a situation. I'm laughing. One of my other partners got married, and we was just talking one day, and I had just learned how to make a regular tie into a bow tie. And I was like, man, I'm gonna bow that thing up. And he got super mad and was like, no, you're not at my wedding. No, wear the tie regular. And he got mad. And I kind of was just talking. I honestly wasn't going to do it. But once again, it was one of them situations where, if there's a way to say things, and I kind of was like, fuck you. But then when I got to the wedding, I realized he was wearing a bow tie. So his whole point was, I want to wear a bow tie. And I get it. There's a way to be like, look, I'm doing this. I want to be special. Y'all boys don't upstage me. Cause I know, and I guess that's just a thing about me. Boys just be kind of nervous that Al gonna upstage him. Like we said. That's why they call me Aldo Nice. They don't call me Aldo Total Line. They call me Al Habitual Line Stepper. You know what I mean?
Boy, Philip Bumble be on some Pinot Grigio over there today.
You feel like the whole first 15 minutes of the podcast is me tooting my own horn, but I like it. I like talking that shit.
The entire first 15 minutes, you telling everybody how nice you are.
I mean, I got a
Maybe
tat.
they didn't know.
I got a tat that say nice. And guess what? Both my little brothers went to get the same tat. And guess what? My little cousin went to get that tat the other day. You know why? Born leader. Nice.
You good now? Can we it's the Aldo podcast? I thought we was
I'm over it. I said what I had to say. That's funny, man. Okay, so another thing that happened during the trip. So I wish Raj was here to talk about some of these things, but one of the things. So we ran into one of the homies, and I'm not gonna get into all of his business like this, but
oh yeah,
he just brought this concept up because he was like, "Say, bro, so I got 2 wives," and I knew that since before, but everybody there didn't really know that, and we was like, "What you mean? Like you got an old lady and a side chick? You got like a mistress?"
Like,
no, like I got 2 wives, like. I got a family who live in this house and a family who live in this house, and I spend different days at different houses, and there's kids at both houses, and there's wives at both houses.
I feel like he has to be the most organized person on earth to be able to do that though, too. Like I was as he was talking, I was thinking like you have to. It's still women. You know, no matter what the understanding is, but you still have to be organized as hell, and you have to use your time very, very wisely to be able to please 2 households. And you have to make a certain amount of money to be able to make sure you're still a man able to put your foot down in
Absolutely.
2 households. So if he only had 1 foot or he sprung his ankle, he might lose a household.
Oh, he got to have that in mind. One or the other. Well, both.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah. Let me ask you this. Is that like a... I don't know. We talked about this before and kind of like... I've heard somebody say this before that it's like... It's not a man thing. That like let me put this the right way, that like, and this was the Monique thing we were talking about last week, like men and kings and queens in Africa and back in the day like had multiple wives and this type of thing. So I don't know, let me ask you this question first. If you had 2 wives, would you want them in the same house or 2 different houses like your boy got it set up?
I think I would rather mine in the same house. I can't. That number one, I think that's a waste of gas. I rather for real, and I ain't like say I wanted to wear something the next day. We go somewhere and I left it at my other wife's house, and then we got to stop by there and grab them. I rather just. Could
it be like Shirley house with the little house next door?
Yeah, hey, might have a double date. That might be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind that. But y'all have to be in close proximity. I don't want to be traveling too far. Like I don't want to have to get on the beltway to go to my other wife's house. You know what I mean? Like I think. I really don't want to travel over 6-7 minutes to go to Mother White House. I think we should do all our grocery shopping together. I just think it should be some complete family things we do together. I don't want to have to go all the way across town to see my other wife.
If I cut the grass at my one house, I should be able to walk the lawnmower down the street to the other house and cut the grass.
And cut the grass over there too. You know what I'm saying? When I get through cutting that grass, I had them kids sweep that up. And while I'm over, had them kids sweep that up. Like, get back,
kids need to be weed eating at the other house before I get there.
Yeah.
And then when I leave the other house, then the kids from that house need to be starting to weed eat.
Yeah. 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 I don't. It shouldn't be a lot to be able to do that because it's already a lot. Especially if they're black women, it's definitely a lot to deal with. One woman, period. The 2 of them, Lord have mercy. Like, say both of them mad at you at the same time, dog.
So I asked you about arrangements, but could you do it?
Yeah. I don't know. No, I don't know if I could do it.
Is it because of the stigma with like your family and friends and stuff? Would you be like embarrassed to tell people that, or would it be like, you know
my mama wouldn't have it though. Like that's one thing I know for sure. Shirley not having that. So she's not gonna respect that at all.
You would have to hide like your wife too.
I had to have a main wife and then a side wife.
So, in like your mama and family's like eyes, wife 2, if they ever found out about her, is just kind of like a mistress that your wife knows about?
My mom probably call her. She'd be like, "Oh, that's their little friend." Mm-hmm. Like, this is a friend. Oh, that's a friend of their family. Like something she would never acknowledge.
You have
it
to
as
play
my
it
wife.
up like the other.
Like this her best friend. You know what I'm saying? We just she don't have any family, so we just bring her along. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And then mom be like, "Why was she sitting on your lap over there and you was feeding both of them?" Oh, well, her arms had cramps or something. Mom, I forgot. Sometime it past 3 o'clock, she can't use her arms.
Well, I don't think it's a big quote unquote like threesome orgy type situation. It's just two wives. It's like I got two women I love, and I'm dealing with both of these women, and I can see it. I
definitely can see it. That's a lot.
But it's just a lot because one woman is a lot to deal with. Like one woman is you have to put so much into a relationship and so much time and effort into making somebody feel loved that when you try to start doing it with two people, it becomes like it like that time is the biggest part. Like now, if it's people with that same with that like kind of that personality that's like I don't need you up under me all the time, then maybe, but
that might work. Because I was about to say, if you got two wives, that means you have no me time.
None.
Like you have no time for yourself at all.
I can't go hang out with the boys.
No, because you got to go wife two house or wife one house. And the thing about it too, I feel like at certain times, like say you get home or you go to wife two, or say they in the same house, and you know how sometimes you be sitting on the couch or you chilling, and women like to come in and just start talking to you for no reason about nothing you care about, and you have to fucking listen to that shit.
And then while you sit down listening, your phone ring, and there's the other one wanting to talk to you.
Want to talk about the same? Oh my fucking God! Or the other one walk in and want to talk about the same, like talk about her shit too. Like no fucking way.
Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. We just talked about Evelyn them, not Evelyn. Like we just talked about Nene them. Like I can't do it again. I'm sorry.
Like, give me like an hour and a half, and I'll get to you. Just put a pin in it right there. I promise, I'll get to it. Just can you hold it, or you want to talk to her? You want to talk to wife one about that? And I think like D-Ray said it great and made it kind of sound like okay, it might be possible. He's like, listen. He said, instead of you having talked to them, you got two of them. They become friends, talk to each other. Mm-hmm. They alleviate parts they need you for. You know what I mean? He was like, ain't no, because he was like, he got two girlfriends.
He still got two girlfriends?
Like, he was like, it ain't no big orgy going on. He's like, I ain't having no threesome at the house. You know what I mean? But they both together and they cool and it works because they friend. Like, they go off and do women shit that I don't want to do together. Don't drag me along. I was like, damn. That makes sense. But I think his situation, and he got his girls, the chicks he with, got to be like 24, 25.
Them little young, little young reds.
Yeah, them little 30, 31, 32, they not doing all that. I don't believe that.
But once they get to baby cougar status though, at like 38, 39, then they might be more inclined. Might be all right. They might be like, look, know what? I done lived. Yeah. I like this dude. Yeah. This what he on. I'm with him.
And she cool, like she don't piss me off.
You only live one life. You can't tell people how to live, man. So if that's some shit,
I'm not knocking it.
Yeah.
I'm not knocking it. I just think it's a lot.
I think it's a lot of mouthpiece that go into that too to convince a woman to be like whatever. But I mean, I can see the convincing part more than anything would be social taboo. I think because I think there are a lot of women and men out there who've been with relationships. Like you can think about situations like that where a guy's with a woman and he's like also like after a bit of time they find out that he had like this, you know, they use the term side piece for like X amount of time, and then they all find out about it and it's like I can't talk to this dude no more. But guess what? They both still love that dude.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I mean, some of my grandparents did that.
Really?
Yeah, some of our grandparents, grandparents, great grandparents, they did that. Had whole man, your grandpa had a whole family down the street. Yeah, you know what I mean. No. And your grandma knew about it. She didn't say nothing. Yeah, just didn't say nothing. And she was like, as long as he providing it here and everybody cool over here.
And they ain't had no camera phones or cars. They had one car. How you gonna get over there when I got the car over there?
Yeah, I got the car today. Yeah, so I mean, it's nothing that hasn't happened before. I just think, and plus, when we were talking to him, he was like, that's part of his religion too. In his religion, he said he can have 7 wives.
Did he say that? I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
So when he was telling,
part of his religion.
When he was telling us, I knew it was part of his. I didn't hear the 7 wives things, but when he was telling the story, what I just completely died was when the uncle heard him telling the story.
Hey, the uncle probably has to be one of the funniest dudes I know.
The uncle
Shout
was
out
ready
Uncle,
to
man.
move to DC at that moment.
Like-
You could have two. No.
Yeah.
His face was
I-
priceless.
I heard him on the phone put in an apartment application, honestly.
He said, I want to go there.
The uncle was ready.
Uncle said, I'm gonna get out there, man.
He
Man,
said, wait a minute, how you do that?
another thing that we was like peeping in DC that Raj actually brought this up, and I just thought it was hilarious. And so this is a shout out to Raj. He said, like, we was in a little club, a little bar actually, and we was like, let's go. He was like, go look at the DJ. And we look at the DJ, and it was an older white guy. He was like, probably looked like he was in his 50s, so it was weird. Like, he didn't mix with the crowd that was there. And Raj said,
that was our day party.
He said, why does every DJ have the exact same voice? I just thought that was hilarious. I thought that was hilarious because it was facts.
Yeah.
Like, think about any DJ you hear in the club, whether it be any kind of club, they all got that same old DJ voice.
That's a talent, though, I believe. That's a talent to be able to talk like that. Has to be.
It is.
Can you talk like a DJ?
No, I don't have a DJ voice. I got a podcast voice. Like,
yeah, you do.
I gotta listen and talk about things voice. I don't necessarily have a get up. I don't know how they do. I don't even have it. I don't have a thought as far as how it goes. But
I got her coming to the stage. She got shot 3 times last night, but she ain't gonna stop dancing. Wiggly jiggly.
Okay, that was good. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
That was. I might have got up and gave some money if you would have been. Now, you remember those people? Those was the most aggravating people because I think between the ages of like 18, 19, and about 25, that's like the men strip club phase. When we go to the strip club all the time.
Every weekend.
I used to hate them cats. You just gonna sit there and not spend no money?
Yeah.
Nigga with the white hat?
If you broke, sit down. If you ain't got no money, don't stand up. Like, what?
I used to hate that shit.
Come on, man. You know we came in here with our broke ass just to look at that ass.
You know we young. You know we children in here with like $40. Stop.
My thing is you DJing for $25 a night. You can't throw no money either.
All right. Well, he probably was hanging out with the strippers afterwards and getting the money. You know how that
That's
works.
true. Yeah.
But kind of one of the things that DJ and just kind of the culture has made me notice as of late.
Mm-hmm.
Some people have like kind of accused me on the podcast at different times of being male first in my views. Al Bundy-esque.
That's just not on the podcast though.
That I'm not gonna use the word chauvinistic. That I'm just kind of like men. Men, tool time.
I like that.
The thing is, something I've said before is that I never listen to like female R&B as much because I like men R&B because I like to hear men talk about, hey, I love you, girl. And I don't like to listen to, hey, boy, you so fine. Like, I can't sing along with you, whatever. That's not to say that I don't like Lauryn Hill. That's not to say that Erykah Badu didn't have them cuts. That's to say that when I was growing up, my sister them played Mary J. Blige and it was the shit. That's not to say that Monica is my favorite woman singer of all time.
Okay.
Like, I like Brandy. There's a lot of things that I like.
Yeah.
But I've said this on the podcast before. I don't like women rap because...
You hate women, yeah.
Because it's eat my pussy, suck my... You know what I'm... Like, it's always the same thing. Got his breath smelling like pussy and mimosas. Like, that. Like, I just... I mean, I guess it's clever. But I'm like...
Yeah.
I'm saying...
I mess with some... I mess with some female rap.
Well...
I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you can't sing along to it, but...
Well, the thing is... I think... As of... the end of May, but definitely into the start of June 2019, I fucks with female rap now.
Tell me who? I already know who it is. Tell me who it is.
Okay, so the thing is, what I realized, and before I even went on a trip, I was like, every time I go out, when certain songs come on, like when Meek come on, you could hear dudes, I used to play for times like this to rhyme like that, and I had to, you know what I mean? And you can hear dudes rapping it and see everybody rap. You can see people rapping it, but you can't hear them rapping it.
Yeah.
Nigga, when Act Up, you could get smacked up. Come on. You could hear all the women in the spot singing every lyric higher than the DJ.
Yeah.
That shit's cool.
Yeah.
That shit's cool to me.
Yeah. And the other one too, the Megan Stallion.
Big old freak.
Big old freak.
Yeah. I like that Cash though. Ice me out. Ice me out. I like that shit. Twerk.
I like the City Girl.
That City Girl twerk video. You know, I like that video, boy.
Yeah. Most definitely.
I had to watch it a couple times in slow motion.
With your earphones on in the bathroom by yourself.
Facts. Big facts. Early in the morning before I go to work.
With the door lock.
With the door lock. Twerk. Oh, yeah.
The screwed version.
Hey, the thing about it is, let me ask you this question.
Okay.
This new lane for female rappers, which I think is dope. Who do you think who's the reason for that?
It got to be Lil' Kim, man.
You think Lil' Kim?
Yeah, I mean, because you got to look. I feel like when Nicki Minaj came and she was extra I think Nicki Minaj tried to rap more like a man more than anything. I think Lil' Kim and them is inspired these little girls because they don't give, they just nasty, raw, raunchy little freaks. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I don't know if
was Nicki a stripper?
I think, well,
Nicki a stripper?
No. So you trying to say Cardi B opened it up for him?
No, I'm asking you, was Nicki a stripper?
No.
Nicki Minaj wasn't a stripper? She was just a rapper.
Yeah, Nicki Minaj had her ass until she got with Young Money.
So if that's the case, then Cardi is like the first stripper turned rapper type motherfucker, right?
That we know where that blue.
That blue.
Yeah.
I think Lil' Kim them like used sexuality and then was really trying to rap. Same thing with like Rod Dig or whomever else. I can't think of all of them. The ones
like Remy Ma.
Remy Ma. That's what I wanted to say. Remy Ma.
Foxy
Brown. But they all cut from that same mold to me of Lil' Kim. I think you're right. And I think that Nicki Minaj is still cut from that same mold. She's just like a down south influence. Lil Wayne helped me get to this point version of Lil' Kim. I think Cardi B is something else. And I think all of them people that I just said, Megan Thee Stallion, City Girls, Cash Doll, that's all Cardi B disciples. And I think I like that shit.
Well, I really don't know if City Girls, Cardi B disciples, because they from Florida. So, you know, I don't mean
disciples like they do everything or whatever. I just mean like the
saying,
style. They're running with something with a trend that's hot.
Okay. All right. I'll rock with you. But I think City Girls came from some other shit. Cause them hoes I don't want to call them girls hoes.
They nasty.
They disgusting. So I'm thinking more along the line like Uncle Luke and them. Like they throw back like Doodoo Brown type. You know what I mean? They just rapping it like, cause them little girls couldn't rap at first. Like they had a song out and then Lil Yachty, they had to get all their songs written. They had to learn how to rap. Like Lil Yachty and QC and them had to teach them little girls how to rap. You know, so like they literally had to sit in there, go bar for bar with them how to rap. They could not rap. They had one song out. I think what's his name? Not P, the other dude. What is P and
Coach K.
Coach K. Coach K heard it and liked it. P wasn't messing with it at first, and then he kicked it with him. They said P kicked it with him. Because he got them
2 women pregnant at the same time. That's why he has other stuff on his mind.
I think this was before then. But but they kicked it with him and he said he liked them and then they just like they taught him like from the ground up how to rap. Like I don't even know if them girls still write their own songs. So, you know what I'm saying? You gotta kinda give credit to what credit do. But I think they get that, you know, they probably tell them the content and you know, them little girls probably still they some little boosting chicks. Like they some little get it from the mud, you know, credit card scamming, little hood chicks. So
but I like it. I'm a fan now.
Yeah, I love it.
Like I'm if the songs come on in the club, I can't sing along, but I'm gonna be sitting there jamming.
Definitely bobbing my head. Yes.
Swaying.
Yes.
I like it.
Yeah.
I mean the club, like we really be in the club. Speaking of the club in DC, listen, we went to one spot. We're gonna give y'all a little rundown if you're in DC. The last time I went to DC, we was in this spot and we came back to it. Park. Go to the park. The park on 14 goes ham. We had a great time in there. It was.
Let me tell you a word of advice. If you ain't got the big money, stay off the third floor.
Stay off the third floor.
That's a word of advice.
Yeah, stay on the third floor. Stay on the second floor. You can go on the third floor, but you're going to be like in the middle.
Yeah.
They got a whole African like little club in the back too. Like that thing went ham. And I don't even know if y'all boys went down there and peeped it, but I was down there for a minute hitting it with it. If I told you that I love you.
I love you.
I love you. I love you.
I love you. I love you. Are you doing your hands? Are you doing the hands?
Yeah, I was definitely doing the dance when I said that.
Oh, okay, I'm doing the hands.
Like Davido on the cool. If y'all don't listen to that out there, like you should. That's like my favorite Afro rap. Is that what it's called? Afro rap?
What'd you call it? It's just African music, man. I don't think they don't have genres when they come to African music, do they?
I guess, man.
Like this thing is African Christian music.
African
gospel,
Christian?
African
no, because
gospel.
they're not Christian. It'd be Afro, whatever religion they are. Well, they might be Christian, but not all of them.
They are Christian. Don't do that.
Not every African is a Christian. But some of them.
I'm not saying that,
like
but they have music. They don't have Catholic music. It's gospel, right?
Somebody said this the other day that African music slap harder than American music. Oh, they said it when we were out there. I think it was Rumble. Shout out, this podcast brought to you by either Rumble or Graham Star. One of the two said it. So the podcast brought to you by them. One of them said, man, African music, like we was in that little African after hours with John Murray in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like, they said, man, African music just slaps so much harder than American music. Just the beats, how they be dancing and shit. Like it get your body moving a lot more.
I about to say it will make you start dancing, doing a weird dance for no reason.
No reason.
Shout out to my boy, the uncle. Uncle danced all weekend, and I love it. Shout out to Uncle, bro. Uncle be dancing, dog. The uncle be dancing. Bro.
The uncle be dancing like nobody looking, and that's what they say. Dance like nobody's looking, and that's how the uncle be coming, man.
And I love it, boy. And then when you start looking, he don't stop dancing. That make it better.
But the thing is, if you're not looking at him, is he really still dancing? Or is he only dancing when you're looking at him? Because you'll never know.
Well, when I turn around, he was dancing, so maybe he got great
might
time.
Stop. He might stop as soon as you turn around. We can neither confirm or deny if the uncle dances when you're not looking at him.
Okay, big fact.
Oh shit! So another little phenomenon that I was reading about recently, I thought it was kind of funny. I think maybe it just started. Where people are like, they remix song lyrics, like, and they just kind of. I saw a dude I went to school with, and he wrote. I looked at my. Well, it's kind of sexual. Put this, but I didn't know what it meant. He said, "I looked at my penis."
We done got all the way PC now.
He said, "I looked at my." He looked at my penis, and I was finally there. She sat on my face. Now I'm the Prince of Bel-Air, or whatever Will Smith said. And I was like, "Oh, that's kind of weird that he would just come out the box that," because I wasn't aware. So that's what people are doing now. They're like remixing songs and then being like, "or whatever so and so said." Now I don't know how some of these songs go on the article I was reading, but it was like. A potato. Oh, I knew what this. A potato flew around my room, or whatever the fuck Frank Ocean said. I knew that one. But I think that's what he said. It's kind of like with my aunt with that dry curiosis or whatever Prince said. Like, like there's some Jodeci ones that I'm pretty sure that I don't know the lyrics
I saw
to.
one that said he said my whole life has changed, and it was or whatever Genuine said.
But that's how the song go.
No, he said my whole, not my whole. My whole life.
Oh, okay. I get it. Makes funny. Jesus take the bills or whatever Carrie Underwood said, like I would know Carrie Underwood. Get in, loser. We are fighting racists or whatever Regina George said. I don't know who that is.
One of them said, we depressed or whatever DJ Khaled be saying.
I like that one. I like that. I didn't find these rap ones. I'm getting up with Ariana Grande. I'm going to take my horse to the Old Town Road. I'm going to cry till I can't no more or whatever Lil Nas said. I mean, that was like not funny, but these are the ones that I'm finding on the article. That's all. You find a better article than me. One of my other partners said, I love girls, 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 girls. I do ignore. If she ain't getting paper, then I ain't trying to date, especially if her bed on the floor or whatever Jay-Z said. So I thought that one was pretty good too. Like
this dude said, "Okay, ladies, still his call information," or whatever Beyonce said.
Oh, formation. Yeah, I like these. I like yours way better than mine, Los. You did better homework than me.
One of them said, "We fall down, but we re-up," or whatever Donnie McKirkland said.
I like this.
Cash Dog Senior say, where your ass was at? Where your ass was at when I was working at Little Caesars? Or whatever Future said.
Yeah.
Or the other one.
Yeah.
Meet me at the altar with your paycheck. Or whatever Jagged Edge said.
They said whatever that nigga said?
Whatever Jagged Edge. It said Jagged Edge.
I thought that was Case. Oh, yeah. No, you're right. It's probably Jagged Edge. I don't know. Let's get married. Yeah, that is Jagged Edge.
Round of applause. Send it to my cash app. Clap, clap. Or whatever Waka Flocka said.
Wow, these are good. They're better than mine. They're better than the ones I found with Ariana Grande. You went to the Black website.
I'm on Black Twitter, so taking cash app from the 99 to the 2000 or whatever Juvenile said.
Nah, I didn't like that one. That wasn't good. So
this is kind of old. Let him go. I heard that one before.
So what I decided was we need to do our own. So Los, give me one. What you got?
My hairline bag, and give me 50 feet every time I sit in the damn barber seat or whatever Lil O said.
That was good, Los. I like that one.
Big old freak. She a big old freak. She too. Oh, I messed that one up. My bad. Hold on. What I say? Oh,
that's yours?
Big old freak.
Big old
freak. She too big to sit on me. Yeah, or whatever Megan Thee Stallion said.
Okay, that was good. That was good. I mean,
I had one more.
Mine was too. What you call it, man? It was silly. You doing funny ones, man.
What was yours?
If I went to take a dookie before I left, would you poof and disappear before I wipe myself or whatever 50 Cent said? That was. I mean, it was it. I mean, I had one more. I had one more like in the hole. You had another one.
Oh, boys calling fake snooze or whatever Donald Trump said.
There you go, fake news. Okay.
That's for the ones at BMW right there.
Whatever. This one made me think. I had one. If you really want some chicken, because nobody throw a picnic. Okay. Whatever Uncle Trent say. We can party all night. It's the best.
Shout out to Uncle, man.
When you really want some chicken because you're about to throw a picnic. I like that one. Oh, whatever Uncle Trent said.
Big old freak.
When you really want
big to ride me.
When you really want some liquor, but you're really into fitness. Or whatever Uncle Trent said.
What you really into fitness?
Like, we legit, me and Raj and Tamman Smeens was sitting in here one day and said about 500 of those whatever Uncle Trent said, like before this was even a meme.
Shout out to Uncle.
When you try to get the digits, but you're really on a sister. Like anything or whatever Uncle Trent said, dog. Yeah,
Uncle Trent.
My boy Uncle Trent, right from Uncle Trent to his buddy Rumble. Rumble's checking in one more time with the question of the week. So turn it over to Rumble Williams.
As the finals approach on Thursday, I've been watching a lot of coverage. A lot of shit getting me gassed up for the event. But which I think is a crock of shit, because them Raptors about to get their back blown out. But I want them to win, though. With that being said, the question of the week is, what's your favorite sports dynasty of all time? All
right, so we're definitely going to come back to the finals because I want to talk about that a little bit. But Rumble asked the question, what's my favorite sports dynasty of all time? I mean, does a dynasty have to be a team? Because if it's just like a person winning all the time, like a Tiger Woods or whatever, then I guess Serena would be in that discussion for me.
Yeah.
But I think it has to be a team, right?
Yeah. It can't be a dynasty by yourself. It's just like a run, right? Like you were on a run.
He was nice. He was nice for a while.
Yeah.
Okay. So if we're just talking team sports, this is kind of what I'm looking at. And I'm going to give my logical perspective on this. If we're talking team sports, we're not talking hockey. We might talk soccer. Like you might catch a person who says Real Madrid.
Why you can't talk hockey as a team sport?
Because, well, no, you can. But I don't think anybody who listens to this podcast is really going to be like, the Islanders, like the Red Wings of the early 90s. I just don't. Maybe. It's possible. Like, it's possible the Red Wings in the 90s with Steve Yzerman and them, or
look at him.
Mario Lemieux and Jaromir Jagr was on the Penguins. That was like, you know what I mean? How about the Edmonton Oilers with Wayne Gretzky? Like, I mean, they might have some people.
That's his name.
You know what I mean? I mean, I could get hopped down on my little knowledge right quick, but my thing is, I don't think too many people are going to say that. I don't think too many people are going to say, honestly, baseball. I don't think a lot of people are gonna be like the Yankees from 90 to 2000 or whatever else. Cause in the maybe the early 90s Braves, but they only won one championship. But that might be the only baseball that people I really know would be like, yeah.
I used to like the Braves then. When what's his name? David.
No,
what's the light skinned dude name?
This for Roger. Jeff Blousers was on the team. That's actually Roger's alias on a bunch of websites, Jeff Blousers. But the dude you're talking about is Dave Justice, who was married to Halle Berry.
That's him. That guy.
Yeah, Dave Justice, Fred McGriff, the crime dog. They had Terry Pendleton, Otis Nixon, Kenny Lofton, I think, played for him. If not, I know he played for the Indians, but I think he played for them too a little bit. Maybe not.
Your memory is great, boy.
Sid Bream came around and scored that run to get him to the. But they had what's his name? Tom Glavine, John Smoltz, Maddox, and Steve Avery. Them boys had them pitches. Yeah. But they had them pitches. Did. That's why everybody liked the Braves back then.
Yeah, and they closer was Wild Thing too.
Wild Thing, huh?
Yeah,
that was the Indian Wild. Stupid Wild Thing Vaughn. Okay, so my whole point is, I don't think many people in that question are going to say baseball, and I don't think too many people are going to say hockey. So it really boils down to basketball or football dynasties. And if you really want to be honest, the football dynasties are what? The 70s Steelers, the 80s 49ers, the 90s Cowboys, and the 2000s Patriots. And
well, you got the Broncos went four back to back.
They didn't win none of them. The Bills went 4 back to back and didn't win none. I don't know. So you can't be a dynasty. You got to win to be a dynasty, huh? Yeah, okay. I think so.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
So if we only talking about that, dog, none of us saying the Patriots. Now some people might, but none of us.
Chicago Bulls.
So okay, and I'm getting to my point. It's got to be basketball. And I think it can really only be 2. I think it could be the Lakers with Kobe them or Michael Jordan them. Or the old time Lakers with Magic Johnson them. I think that's the only options that somebody's gonna give you to answer that question.
Yeah. Hey, how many didn't the Celtics win? A bunch of them.
Yeah, they went to like 10 in a row and won like 9.
Yeah,
but we wasn't. That's Bob Cousy and Casey Jones and whoever. I don't know. Maybe not Bob Cousy, but like Casey Jones.
Them, huh?
No, before them. I'm talking. That's Bill Russell them.
Oh, Bill Russell them. Yeah, he got like 52 rings, I think.
Yeah, he do. That's
Worms.
Like that's something that Raj and I do. And I think Graham Star is involved with that too. When we call each other on the phone, like he might answer that thing and be like, "Shit, LeBron James." And if you tell you like
3 rings,
that means the phone rung 3 times. Yeah, 3 rings.
Yeah.
So if a nigga Bill Russell me, I'm mad.
Cause the S machine picked up
9 fucking rings, bitch. What the fuck is wrong with you, dog? I want.
Next time,
you know what I want?
Listen, next time you answer my call, I'm definitely gonna say Bill Russell.
Hey, no, when you call, I'm gonna be like, no. What's the funniest and the best one is when like the phone never even ring on your end and the person answer, and then they gonna be like, oh shit,
Charles
call
Barkley.
Malone, Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
And one time he hit me with Anderson Varejao because he was like half a ring. I love that. That was the best. Half a ring. Anyway,
that is goofballs, man.
So to answer Rumble's question in a very long-winded way, the only answer is the Bulls.
Yeah.
Like, is it? Is it like it's the Bulls?
Yeah.
Your Chicago Bulls. Yeah. Name
Michael from North Carolina. 6'6" guards.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
I honestly can say
I was too close.
that
to
I go to
Michael,
YouTube. I go to YouTube and watch the Bulls intro sometimes just to do it. I bullshit you not. And that's like
before you get ready to hoop or something, or you just
I just do it. I just be sitting there cooling at work, and I just be like, let me watch that shit, and it gets you hype. Try it. People out there listen to the podcast, go listen to the Bulls intro, and it's quick. That's why I could tell you who was on that, like that second iteration. They come out the backs, Ron Harper. Then it'd be Scottie Pippen came out first. They'd be like Scottie Pippen. Then it was like Ron Harper. Then it was like Luke Longley. And then it was Dennis Rodman. And then it was Michael Jordan. And that's
Michael Jeffrey.
And unless it was Kukoc starting over one of them. But that's how they was coming. Like, depending on what game you watching. But
I like Kukoc when he had came. I was like, he a foreigner. He was balling too.
Oh yeah.
I like
he got buckets. Tony Kukoc was like, but you know what's funny? When we really found out what Nice was, Dirk would have killed that boy.
Ooh.
Dirk would have annihilated.
Dirk would have gave that boy that
Luka would
work.
get that boy work. You know what I mean? Like
work.
Yeah, people just get better. But so let me ask you a challenge question. Evolution. If the Bulls dynasty was your favorite, what was the starting lineup on their first championship team? See if you know right off the top of your head.
It was Grant. What's his name with the goggles?
Mm-hmm. Horace Grant.
Horace Grant. Steve Kerr was the point guard.
No, he wasn't. Steve Kerr was the second. No,
B.J. Armstrong. B.J. Armstrong
was the point guard. Okay, you're right.
That's two. Pippen. Jordan.
One more.
And what's the dude with the stupid shot?
You're right. But what's his name?
Wait. Bill Cartwright?
Bill Cartwright.
Yeah.
Look, he knew. Look, I'm proud of you.
Damn.
You said the dude with the stupid shot.
I didn't think I knew that till you made me say that.
I think I remember like one or two cats on the bench, like Craig Hodges and
I remember Hodges.
And they had another dude who was like
was it wasn't Paxton wasn't there yet?
King. Yeah, Paxton. Paxton was on that team too. But they had like a King, like who was a big dude who used to get in there and get buckets. And Winnington was with them. Oh, Will Perdue. No, was Will Perdue with them?
No, not that first one.
I thought he was, because Winnington and Longley was with the second one.
I'm thinking about their lineup. How did Jordan win that? Who they play? Jordan was that good. There's no way they supposed to win with that lineup.
No. Horace Grant was like Ben Wallace them. He was up there getting boys. Cartwright could play ball, and Mike was that nice. And Scotty was that nice. That's them in their prime.
Yeah, you know what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking Horace Grant when he went to the Lakers. That's my bad.
Yeah. No, this like peak Horace
Grant.
Prime
Horace Grant. Yeah.
Yeah. Like battling with
glasses.
Horace Grant was swole, boy.
Yeah.
So it gotta be them.
Okay.
But I mean, Rumble talked about that. But let's run it right into this year's finals. Drake versus the Warriors. Drake versus the Warriors, man.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. If I had money like that, and like say if the Pellies went, I would be Drake on the sideline.
Yeah.
Like right now, if I hit a lick and get some seats, you can put me in the middle of the thing.
No,
I'm gonna
you gotta be famous.
Like
you gotta be famous too.
I mean, I'm not grabbing the coach, but I'm definitely standing up talking shit.
But if you
can't,
famous,
if I'm on the
do
side,
it. If you're just rich, they're not gonna let you do it. But if you're famous, you can do it.
No. I'm saying you can't be at half court talking shit like Drake.
If you famous and rich, you can. He does.
No, I'm saying, but you can be rich and stand up and talk shit. You just can't step out and talk shit. I mean, you can't. It's like a little barrier right there. You can't.
Why you keep saying he can't? And we've seen him do it.
No, I'm saying us. I'm talking about if me or you were just regular rich.
Okay.
And we were on the sideline. The Pellies was in the playoffs trying to win. We would be acting the same type of fool Drake is.
Yeah.
But the difference between me and you, me and him, us and him is he's rich, so he can step out on half court and talk that shit and goose the coach and pat him on the ass and all that shit. We couldn't. We just had to. Yeah, we just had to stay. We just had to stay in that little box. But we definitely be acting the fool just like Drake.
Okay,
come on now.
I'm with it, and I agree. So let me ask you this: I know it's been LeBron versus the Warriors for the last 4 years. Are you kind of cool? Is it kind of cool to see Drake versus the Warriors? What's like liver? What's like more fun, Drake or LeBron versus the Warriors?
It's definitely Drake right now because LeBron versus the Warriors for the past few years we kind of knew the outcome. We kind of knew, okay, good job, LeBron, you made it.
Kawhi
you
might still won. League. So there's that. So if his little supporting cast, I just never trust Kyle Lowry. I just don't. And Rumble said they're going to get their back blowed out. That's fine, too. They probably will. But I don't trust Kyle Lowry. I don't trust, like, a lot of them little ancillary pieces. I don't trust Mark Gasol. So,
yeah.
That one cat going to have to
see. I got to take into account is if they got a great coach. And if he can keep them relaxed and just realize, listen, the entire world thinks y'all about to get y'all back blown in. The Rumble said it on the podcast already. He really need to put the podcast up so they understand. Like, he need to let them listen to the podcast so they get motivated. But once they understand that and just play free, bro, you have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Shoot your shot. You know what I'm saying? Play D. You don't have nothing to lose. The Warriors got everything to lose because they're trying to three-peat. They got everything to lose. Yeah. And they're trying to prove a point. So, I mean, just play free, bro. Don't worry about nothing. You miss it, forget it.
I think Kawhi is, like, scary to teams like the Warriors. Because he, like, in his prime and he don't say nothing and you can't rattle him and he's dope. Like, I think everybody wants him to win just because that's, like, the kind of superstar people want. Somebody who don't say nothing, who just be chilling and don't be talking shit, just be winning, just playing hard ball and winning and playing defense. And, like, everybody wants Kawhi on their team. My question is, do you think Kawhi, like, actually be calling out screens and shit? Like, talking? Do you actually... pick coming.
No.
Do he tell you or he don't say nothing?
No, he just send it straight to your mind. Like, he airdrop it to you. He just airdrop it to you.
This nigga just said he sent it straight to your mind.
What's the dude off, what's you call it? X-Men?
That's so funny, cuz Professor X.
He just sent it straight to your head. You be like, oh, here it come. Thanks.
That man telepathically be putting people in different spots, huh?
Yeah, and he be like back door, and boom, you get to play. He don't really like to talk.
Like that's crazy though. It's like he do something. Yeah, I mean, I've seen him play a whole bunch of defense, and they were down 0-2 and came back and beat the Bucks 4-2. Craziness.
Yeah, when they was definitely supposed to lose against the Bucks.
No, I don't know if they were supposed to lose, but they came back and won.
They're supposed to lose. They were supposed to lose.
I mean, realistically, the Warriors in how many games?
Probably like 2. Because if you carry the blowouts, it might end up being 4 games worth the points. That's the new thing they're going to.
I'm honestly gonna call it right now. No, who you think's like gonna win for real? You think Warriors in 6?
Not about 6. Warriors in 6.
So I'm gonna call it right now. I think Raptors in 6. Now, depending on how Kawhi play. Now, cue up that music for Nothing Nice to say.
I know they say if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all.
If you can't say something nice, don't say nothing at all.
Nothing nice to say, but Aldo NICE.
I ain't nothing nice. You hear me?
Oh, y'all on summer vacation, huh? Oh, man. I can't tell you legit the last time I really just ain't had shit to do. It's probably the last time I was teaching. I was in the classroom. That was about, 5 or 6 years ago where summer hit and it was like, man, I'm going to sleep late tomorrow. I just been missing that. And I know I've talked about teachers and summer and the end of school on different Nothing Nice to say in different podcasts before. It's a heavy level of jealousy on my behalf because I remember that feeling of the last day of school and cleaning out my classroom and putting that stuff in the boxes and being like, son, I'm done. I don't have nothing to do. So just take this time, do some cool stuff, read some books, go to the gym, travel, start a company, make a baby, shit. Sidebar, big props to every teacher who got pregnant and planned that shit out so that baby could be born in May or August or September. So they either could leave school early or come back late. Oh, you know some of them actually do that every single year. And it's live because your baby still get to come out and celebrate his birthday with the class at school. And you ain't got to start the school year. So, I mean, that's pretty dope. It's a trade-off because I feel like summer babies, just something's got to be whack about that you can't celebrate with your class and have a little cake at school. But anyway, I digress. They say teachers all across the globe, all across the country is getting raises. So that's dope too, man. it seems like a great time to be alive. Time to be a great time to be a teacher. But I'm going to reiterate something I've said on the podcast many a times. Don't teach summer school. Why? Why would you want to go deal with them badass children with their ignorant parents who can't keep them turning in their homework and doing it? Because think about it. If a kid turn in their homework, they're not going to summer school. So if you got a whole school full of kids who turn in their homework, you're not even going to have a summer school, no kids going to summer school, right? So you're going to deal with these bad kids, with these bad parents who just coming over here wilding, doing stuff, being bad, because the principal pulled you in your office and said, hey, we really need you to teach summer school this year. Man, that's not a gift. Them $1,500, man, you could make that doing so many other things. And I know we say that all the time. And teachers are like, well, I don't want to go work at the mall. Or I don't want to go work and doing something else. Well, just think about something and start working for yourself, man. Sell some stuff on eBay. Just do something different, man.
Flat tummy tea.
Do something, but make something of yourself this summer that don't revolve around teaching summer school. Because once again, it's a trap. And I ain't got nothing nice to say about teachers who take their freedom for granted. So I won't say nothing at all. What you doing with your summer, Los?
I'm getting educated ignorance ready, man. We got a new rollout coming. I'm getting that done, and I'm relaxing and getting back in some shape, man. I had a rough year. I'm working out every day, drinking plenty of water, balancing it off. You know, all that best friend weekend. You know, I'm just doing that, relaxing with my child. I'm getting some rest, bro. I'm tired. Them kids run you low, bro. I don't want to see them no more. Like, I don't want to see them until it's time. All money ain't good money, bro. They can keep summer school. They ask me every year, are you going to do summer school? Hell no.
Hell to the no.
That money. I want that money, man.
That money is blood money, man. I ain't lying to you. Summer school is like some of the non-livest shit ever. But y'all do what y'all do. So what we looking like I said, we're gonna try to get this additional drop to y'all ASAP. We got to figure out what Roger's schedule is going to be available. We want to figure out how Airbnb is going to choose to resolve this situation, because that's going to determine how we frame Airbnb in the story we tell. Because they could be on the right side of this, or they could be on the wrong side of it. On the wrong side. And right now, their responses keep looking like they want to be on the wrong side of it. So Airbnb, you'll be hearing about it. You'll be seeing some things. And we'll be asking our large fan base to repost some things for us very soon. Because like I said, we got the videos, we got the receipts of how we were treated. How people should not be treated. Nobody. Especially us. But they fuck with the wrong ones. So that's all it is.
Hey, shout out everybody who came. All the people.
This podcast is brought to you by who? Who is sponsored to you by? Uncle Trent.
Rumble. Graham Star.
Blue Diamond. CNH. Blue Diamond.
What's nickname?
Boss Man John Murray.
What's Nicholas' nickname?
Richard Demas, a.k.a. Patty Mills, a.k.a. Nicola Demas. Brought to you by... This podcast brought to you by... Loyal bros, man. This podcast is brought to you by Black Coffee for getting out there and fucking with us. Like, the
other hundreds of people who came to celebrate with us, man, we appreciate y'all.
Yeah, the names that we won't mention. I mean, we don't know y'all that good. Y'all not in the circle. Y'all wasn't hanging out with us.
Yeah, it's a bunch of y'all. We can't think of that. But we thank you though.
So it was good times, good vibes, and until the next one, man, we'll let y'all know when the next best friend weekend is, and we out here, and we'll holler next time.